Welcome to Psychic Tuesday. I'm your guide, Bernice Bisson. We're going to start at the top with the astrology from for the in the big picture. I got to start with the retrogrades because they pack a bit of a powerful punch. We've got two planets joining Pluto in a retrograde, all going to the final degrees in a sense of their sign. We have two more planets by August joining them. Where do I begin with this energy, people? So I'm in Winnipeg. It's like a stormy day right now, so I'm feeling a bit stormy. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, I'm teasing a little bit, but it is interesting energy. And so Saturn, which governs structures, Pisces, which governs the psyche, the psychedelic, um, the psychic, and we have a powerful new moon in Cancerian showing up, and it's really that dark night of the soul, emotional, really going within. And in the last, I gotta say, even in my own life, last 24 hours, it's been a kind of a crazy ride of lots of other people's drama. And I'm like just trying to mind my own business. And so it's an interesting emotional, mental, structural things coming back, old power struggles, things that you can clear up, fix up, karmically pay off your debt, or just say heck no. So it's kind of up to you, whatever's coming back into your world, and that could be past relationships, jobs, people, houses, um, could be events, things that are coming back. And it's gonna sort of deepen into the 5th of July with that new moon. And then the corresponding Capricorn full moon, which is joining with Pluto at 29 degrees, which is really about clearing up some karmic emotional debt. So let's cover this with signs. Aries, sun, moon, rising. Again, listen to all three if you know them. And I'm using traditional Western astrology. I prefer whole health astrology, sidereal as well. But let's get into it. Aries, sun, moon, rising. Be careful of scandals. Be careful of being scandalous. I guess that's your MO though for Aries, that you guys could be kind of like that. And that if you have any setbacks coming, they could be a bit unexpected. They could also the delay could provide you an advantage. And so, whatever that delay or the recognition of what was being said maybe wasn't, maybe that's part of the scandal. People making promises they don't keep, people not following through on commitments that they've made. Maybe you're getting ghosted. There's all those kind of energies that surround some of this stuff. And I just say let it roll like water off your back. Keep your plans flexible and flowing. Really get out there and enjoy the day to day tasks, getting around, things like that, because it can feel a bit like people are maybe trying to create some gossip or scandals, particularly in the work environment. Keep an eye out for that. Okay, and then we go into Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Taurus, we've got a resurgence of things. You are feeling a bit revived, maybe getting back to your old self. Maybe you're like, nothing's knocked me down. I can keep going, and you might, and you've really probably tried to resist the temptation to give up in a lot of ways. And I just feel like things that have felt like heartache or difficulties, things that you've abandoned in the past, I feel like you could have opportunities to right some wrongs on behalf of others or yourself, of past abandonments, feeling abandoned at work, feeling abandoned by friends, feeling abandoned by different people. And I feel like you are going to have a chance to really address that and rectify that over the next 10 days or so, 2 weeks for sure. Okay, Gemini, sun, moon, rising. Geminis, you know, remember to laugh, remember to play, remember to be playful. You might feel like things have been getting really serious in your life, and it's going to be time for you to play and just, um, it's time to put things into trust, meaning that not just trusting people and trusting yourself, but also lining up things for your security, your money, your finances, getting documents, estates, plans, things that you're going to get into order. And that could be house papers, mortgages, anything where there's a commitment to your security. And this is an area for you that you're really going to find that it's going to go a long way for you, providing you relief, providing you a sense of security, a sense of safety, which is going to just go a long way for you to be able to let loose and go have some fun over the summer. Okay, Cancerians, boy, sun, moon, rising. I guess with this new moon, this is really a big reset button for you in a lot of ways about where you're going to put your time, energy, effort. No more people who drain you. You might be really just standing up for yourself and saying, I'm not gonna, run around for people who are draining me if they're not going to reciprocate. And you could have had a bit of a disillusionment with people over the last while about what their commitments really are, and maybe they're not shoring up them, maybe they're not reciprocating all those times you've been there with them. This could be a time of shrinking your commitments, shrinking efforts that you've been putting out there, and really drawing them back to yourself and calling back your power in a big way. And certainly this new moon on July 5th will be a really powerful one for you guys in terms of some deeper resets coming for you, that you're able to really know where you want to lay your effort and time. Okay, Leo, sun, moon, rising. Be careful about letting your inner kitty, roaring kitty cat come out. I guess be you could feel really triggered by other people's behaviors, energy. You could feel kind of triggered by how people are coming across. So I feel like this is an interesting little turn of events, only because I keep freezing up with the feed. Part of it is that there's some serious thunderstorms that we're in the middle of, all this electrical activity that's going on. And so if I keep cutting out, sorry, it's the will of the lightning. I have to surrender to it. Okay, and so I'm going to move on from Leo, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. We've got needing nourishment. What is feeding your soul, Virgo? What is it that you need? You can't spin your wheels too much longer. You can't keep going at full steam ahead, spinning your wheels trying to please everybody. You're going to have to figure out what is actually going to be nourishing for your soul and what do you need, and start consolidating those resources. Consolidate your time, your effort, your money, consolidating what you have, because I feel like this is going to be a time where you're going to really think about what's important to you. That maybe you're going to also address some of your vices. And so this will also come up for Virgos as well, really trying to better themselves in some way. Be a better version of themselves. Maybe this is something that they've had on their mind for a while, but the power of the planets are behind you. Okay, and then we go to Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. I feel like this is a time to turn away from anything that you've been a bit fearful about. This is a time to sort of just trust the universe. This is going to be a time for the next 10 days or so where you might feel imposter syndrome. You could feel like you're out of your comfort zone. You could have offers, opportunities, flattery. Maybe your crush is like, hey, finally coming around. And you could be feeling a bit, oh my, I wasn't prepared for this. Or, oh, this means so much more if I accept this offer or if I take this opportunity. Know that they are good opportunities. They're always, I feel like in the next while going to be in your greatest good. And so just it's going to be a time for you to really going to have to conquer that imposter syndrome. You're going to have to conquer your fears about things, your suspicions about things. So you're going to have to be on top of that, Libras, because it's going to feel a bit like this is too good to be true. And so I don't know. I say roll with it a little bit. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. If I think of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, this is going to be a time of renewal. This is your Phoenix time. Going to be rising up, particularly around your health, your well-being, your physique, your physical being in itself. And that can include your financial security, your home, those types of things, and women around you. You could find lots of empowerment and things with women around you that feel quite camaraderie, support, and that you could be that person as well. Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, or Rising. being pliable, being flexible, being available, being present. You even might find that you're going to be able to anticipate people's needs. You're going to have a bit of prophetic, uh, extra sensory going on where you're going to be able to really jump ahead, think ahead, relate ahead in a big way. And so, be careful for any impressibility, or really bringing on other people's emotions and stuff. That this is something where you want to flow the energy, you don't want to hang on to it. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a time for you to use your might, use your strength, shine your light. Don't be shy. You've got these powerful new moon re energizing your house of partnership and really looking at the shadow side of things in relationship. And you've got two powerful full moons really shedding light on um, all facets of your personality, emotionally and spiritually. And I feel like this is a time where you could move up the hierarchy. You could become an advocate. You could be recognized in your community. You could have, you could be poised to stand on the shoulders of giants. That's kind of nice stuff. Aquarian, Sun, Moon, and Rising, relationships come into the forefront, and that this is going to be a time that maybe you're making new friends, meeting new people, meeting new acquaintances, getting involved in new circles or groups, finding a really great time of creation. And that could be creative ideas, projects, logic, plans, a new way of looking at things. And you could be taking on new creative endeavors, which might absorb you and connect you to new circles of people. Then Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We finally get to our Pisces. And this is going to be a time of meeting and resolving and discussing and communications and coming together. And it's going to feel refreshing. And you could be a time where you're really connecting with your tribe of people, your like-minded people that where you really feel a good sense of belonging. It could be delightful light romances coming through those avenues. You could be connecting with old friends, old lovers, things that pleased you from the past. You've got sort of a no hold barred. So if you make a chocolate cake, don't eat the whole chocolate cake. There's no adults around to parent you on that. You might find that you can have some wild abandon with stuff, and be mindful about that because it could be a really enjoyable spiritual kind of time, but it could also be a time of excess. And so just keep that in mind, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising. Excellent. Thank you. You can find me at bernicebissonpsychic.com. I'm going to go into my first reading, and we've got Mary in Hampton, New Hampshire. Hello, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
I am absolutely fantastic. My name is
Good.
Bernice Bisson. I'm a psychic in Winnipeg. How can I be in service to you today?
No particular question, just anything you can pick up on this life and what's left of it.
Okay,
And
explore. Let's explore. Sorry, go ahead.
okay, no, that's it. Just what I
Okay.
have to look forward to, and
Okay, Mary, what's the day and month of your birthday?
January 22nd.
Okay. Okay. You're right at that cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. So I'm going to say you are going to have opportunities. So if I think between now and October, there's something very much about your mobility, your ability to get around, there's something that I feel like if I thought of your lower back, your hips, something where you just have to be really mindful about between now and October, and it could wind up where you need some sort of therapy, physiotherapy, something just to be mindful about. You might, in the
Okay,
next 3 months, feel, and that could be sciatic. You might be feeling a real need to pull back, and a need that you might wind up looking at focusing on family. And it could be their care, it could be their needs, it could be um, being pulled in different directions with that a little bit. And I just feel like you could be sandwiched with different bits of news. So I'm going to say in the next 19 months or less, I feel like there's going to be an exciting news of a birth of a child. And I feel like it's a
Really?
new generation. Yeah, a new generation to a young adult around you. I also feel
Mhm.
like there is the care or concern of someone's health, and that there could be just where you could be advocating for them, navigating it for them, bringing them to appointments. So if I just think about the day-to-day people, places around you, between now and October, that these things are going to pop up. If I go to, I mentioned pulling back a little bit, and I feel like that could be with work in some way. And I mean, we are going into summer. So if that was like summer holidays, I guess that would make sense. But there's going to be an opportunity for you to pull back a little bit. And in terms of income, working, what you're doing, and that's even over the next 3 to 5 months. And even though you might have maybe less dated like work to go to, um, you're going to feel busier than you ever did. You're going to feel like your days off might get filled up. Your time off or your time off work could get filled up pretty quick. Um,
Mhm.
with all kinds of stuff, and you'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't even need a job. I could like just do all my running around. It would feel like a full time job. So there's a little bit of that that will be going on. There is the sorting, and this is very particular around the next 6 months or so. There's something getting sorted around finances and um, papers, finances, and that can include like a real estate transaction. And that there's something getting sorted out, and you're talking to another couple about it, and they could be like a sibling and their partner, or talking
Mhm.
to like family. You'd be talking to them about it and sorting out some sort of in a good way. And I'm going to say that there's something that gets sorted out by June. So within a year, I'm going to say even by June of next year, there's something that gets sorted out in terms of finances, money, this property that feels quite like taken care of business, like things are getting taken care of. And I do think that there's something good about that. I even feel like it could even start to take motion in October going forward. Um, there is some travel that's going to come for you, that's going to bring you to a coastline. And if that's the Atlantic coast, I guess I would accept that. But there seems to be, and that could just be, it could be at least a day's drive, and that could be in July. It seems to be coming up even in the next 2 weeks about a little bit of travel that could bring you to the coast, the Atlantic coast. I don't know if it could be the Great Lakes, but I don't know. They're big. It'd be big. I would feel like it's the coast. I'm going to stick with the coast. Um, I do want to go back to just talking about work for some reason, maybe off. Can I ask you a question, Mary? Do you mind if I ask you something?
I don't mind.
Were you were you off work for a bit
Yes.
recently?
Several months.
Okay. Are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Are you
started
back?
back. But yeah.
Okay. Do you have holidays saved up?
No, no, I'm just working a part-time job.
Oh, part time. Okay, because I was going to say this isn't full time, and I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like so I feel like you're back at work and it's full time, part time. I feel like it'll be pulled back. Like yes, part time. So part time would make sense. I feel like you're going to have a lot of things going on where you're still going to feel really busy with that, um, and I just want to say there's something that gets sorted out even in the 5 or 6 months. And there's some chunky money or something getting transacted around money, which feels very resolving for you. And it feels pretty good. Okay.
Okay. Great.
Okay. That's what I see in the next little bit. Thank you. And thank you for calling into A1R Psychic Radio. And
Mm,
we'll chat again in future.
okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. You can find me at bernicebissonpsychic.com. Let's go to our next caller. And I've got Denise in Memphis. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fantastic. My name is Bernice, and I'm here to be of service to you. How can I help you?
Yes, I had a question about as far as like my love life and job promotion.
Okay. Love life and job promotion. Let's see what just shows up first. What's the day and month of your birthday?
September 8th.
September 8th. Okay. So, so I feel like 2024 and 2025, um, even starting your birthday coming up to your birthday in 25, is I'm going to call it a golden year for you. And this is why. Um, September 8th, you're in an eight. If I add your birthday together, it gives me your karma number. 9 and 8 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8. 8 is my whole point. 8 is strength. You're just headed into that life cycle, your birthday coming up. This year and next year are very key in a couple of ways. The first way is that in your house of commitments and partnerships, which literally govern your love life, like your long-term game in your love life and your long-term game in career, you have a set of 6 eclipses. It'll be Virgo, Pisces, Virgo, Pisces, Virgo, Pisces, that will reconstruct your career and your love life. And
Mm,
for Virgos, you might have already had taste of this since your last birthday, but coming this birthday, you literally once these planets in Pisces go direct in the fall, you'll have the south node of karma moving into your sign and something called the north node of destiny moving into your house of partnerships and commitment. Ooh, I like that. Because that whole
I
piece
know, right?
like, oh, I like that. No, I do. I'm a Virgo rising and I'm like, ooh, ooh, because it brings new and unusual opportunities and you've broken past karma around, you know, fixer uppers. You know what I'm saying? And
hmm
you're moving away from feeling the need to always fix up. You're a high valued human and you're looking at yourself in the new eyes. And so this next 18 months, 20 months, so your birthday in 2025 is really key to you coming into your own, your self actualization, things you've been wanting to manifest. You've got some things to put into place. I'm going to start with your career. You've got a couple of things to put into place with your career. There could be a brand new job start or role start. If it didn't just happen since your birthday, your last one, there's something popping up for you by your birthday, and there's some sort of commitment for you that you might have had to look at some sort of education or training tied to your career, tied to what you're doing. And I feel like there is some really good news popping up between the like late August and April around your career, around job, like because I gotta be honest, I mean, for you, it's really about your independence and your freedom. Working in a place where you're able to self-direct, you know?
hmm
Typically, Virgos don't like to be bossed around. So they
No,
like to be the
no, we don't.
and if you're able to work closer to home, more towards home, closer to where you live, I feel like this is going to be a big sort of priority. And that um, the more you can work independently, I feel like the happier you're going to be within your role. But there's something really quite good for you. And the other thing I'm going to say that just keeps popping up with me as I'm talking with you is that there's also something around you might um, work with in some way or attend to someone's like elderly care, like elderly people.
Mm,
There's something about that that
okay.
keeps showing up with you that you might wind up, I see you standing in an old folks home, but it's not for you. It's not you in the old folks home, it's you're visiting or you're
Right.
there. Okay. Um,
Okay. Okay.
Now, I'm going to back up a little bit to, so there's something kind of exciting between August, late August and October. I'm going to say October, August 27th to about October 26th, those dates. There's something important about solidifying your work. Something gets very solidified. You're getting a yes, you're getting some sort of go ahead. Then, um, like a go ahead, like you know that it's stable, permanent, something important about that. And then in terms of your love life, you know, I'm going to use the word unpredictable. And the reason I'm going to use
Mm.
that is because people that you might have known for a long time or that you've invested energy in could disappoint you, my girl. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
They could disappoint you. I feel like
Mm.
people that you didn't realize were rooting for you are going to surprise you. So, in these ways, I'll say this: I feel like you might have some surprise choices. There is a really strong water sign that keeps popping up, and a really strong
Wow.
air sign that keeps popping up around you. And and
Wow.
I feel like there's something that you emotionally have to really work out with this water sign. There's something that you have to really, it's about maybe n- like a lack, there's a lack of compatibility in schedules, timing, or how one feels valued. And
Mm.
I don't know that, and I feel like there's this other person that pops up that, because I gotta say, my little Virgos always have plan A and plan B. and and you could be
Yes.
you could be
Wow.
surprised at who pops up as plan B. Plan A, this water sign energy feels a bit complicated at the moment, and that is going to require some evolution of emotionally from them and you about what do you want, what do you
Wow.
value. Eh, Okay, and this
Does
is
that
this
look
is
like
those
an X?
eclipse. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, does that look like it's leaning more towards an X?
It could. It could, but you've got some emotional
Mm.
things to work out, the structure of the relationship itself.